Hey guys, today we have the all-new 2025 Toyota Camry. Yes, the Camry is all new for 2025, and who would have thought? Midsize sedans are basically dead, and back in the day we had more than a dozen of vehicles to choose from, and now we only have a few key players. We have Subaru Legacy, Kia K5, Hyundai Sonata, Toyota Camry, Chevy Malibu, and Honda Accord. So there's basically 6 vehicles to choose from. So someone could think, well, was it really necessary for Toyota to refresh already good 8th generation of the Camry? Yeah, and I'll give you a few reasons why. Now, for starters, the new 9th generation of the Camry, called named XV80, sits on the same TNGA-K platform, which is a modular platform that Toyota applied to many different vehicles, such as the RAV4, Highlander, Grand Highlander. Basically, what they can do is they can stretch it, they can shrink it, they can do whatever they want with it. Compared to the previous gen, the car received new 5th generation hybrid system. We have 2 powertrain options. You can get a front-wheel drive variant that has 225 horsepower and an all-wheel drive, which adds an electric motor to the rear axle and gives you extra 7 horsepower, totaling 232. That's the model we're driving today. You have, just as always in the Camry, 4 different trims to choose from: base LE, Sporty SE, XLE, and XSE. We're in the XSE. XSE has slightly stiffer suspension. The power doesn't change. You get more aggressive styling. This red interior is one of the options you can get in the XSE. The LE or the XLE will have slightly lighter interior. Basically, those are the differences. The suspension was obviously retuned. Compared to the previous gen, Toyota engineers wanted to focus on 3 main things. The first one was improving driving dynamics, because Camry has never been a super inspiring car, but they wanted to compete with cars like the Accord or the K5. They updated hybrid system, as I said. They wanted to improve fuel efficiency, and another thing that needed some improvement was NVH control. Camrys historically have been known for being a little loud vehicles. This generation is much better. Still not the best, but it is better. XLE and XSE trims give you laminated side windows for less wind noise. The wheel wells still could be better isolated, same with the underbody. There's some tire noise, but hey, I'm glad we received a new generation Camry. The styling, like I said, more aggressive, kind of reminds you of a new generation Prius, but when you look at the side profile, the doors remain the same. When it comes to cabin, that's also one big improvement compared to the old model. The old model felt very, I don't want to say claustrophobic, but was hugging you. You didn't really feel like you had much space there. Here they opened up the cabin. You receive digital gauge cluster, the new infotainment system, which is finally not frustrating to use. It still has some of its quirks, but hey, I'll take it. It offers over-the-air updates, so I'm happy with that. You get physical controls for climate, physical controls for things that you need. So you can control your automatic high beams, your dimmer, your 360-degree camera. This is amazing. I love how they didn't bury everything in the infotainment. I still wish we had controls for changing the track or tuning, but you do get a physical volume knob and a good amount of buttons on the steering wheel. The car, you know, it's a typical Toyota. This thing is easy to live with. You literally sit inside, drive it for 5 minutes, and you know how to use everything. The storage is also pretty good. You get a wireless charger, big center console with 2 cup holders. This is massive. You can probably fit a small purse in there. The only area that would need some improvement is door pockets. They're pretty tiny. All you can fit is a small bottle of water. But that's basically it. Seats are comfortable in the XLE and XSE. You get heated and cooled seats, so that's a nice feature to have. They have enough padding, can accommodate pretty much any body type. Offer okay support. I'm not sure if the XSE gets more aggressive bolstering, but I'll check that and mention that in my full review, which you can find by clicking in the upper right corner. The rear legroom is okay, not super impressive. It's not like the old Passat that had tons of legroom. It has a little bit less legroom than the Accord, but overall, you know, it still can be used as a family car with a decently sized trunk. Now, since we are on my favorite back road, let's put the Camry into sport mode. Yeah, hybrid Camry has a sport mode. There's even a manual mode that's kind of useless because all it does is uses engine braking. But let's see what we can do. We can take a couple of those corners aggressively. There is a noticeable body roll. It's typical for a car from this segment. None of them are sports cars, but I'm not gonna lie, the car doesn't understeer much. It stays pretty stable. I mean, the body control is fine. It's not like a Hyundai Sonata or Kia K5, which are comfortable, but are total boats on the road. Same with the Legacy. Malibu, I don't even want to mention that car. You get a nice amount of power from that hybrid drivetrain. Obviously, like I said, we're driving the all-wheel drive variant, so we have 2.5 liter 4-cylinder that is supported by 2 electric motors. But what I like about the all-wheel drive variant is when you're in the middle of the corner and press gas harder, the car doesn't understeer, but what it does is that electric motor kicks in to kind of help you rotate. It's nothing crazy, but I must admit, dynamically, the new Camry is cool. It's not plenty fun, but hey, us car enthusiasts can have fun in cars that are not super hyper crazy fast and expensive. The front end is numb. You can't feel anything, and you're not supposed to. It's a Camry at the end of the day. When it comes to driving this thing on a daily basis, the XSE has stiffer dampers, and you can tell there's still some improvement that Toyota could have done. Our tester rides on 19-inch wheels, so that has something to do with ride comfort. Again, it's not terrible. You're not gonna hate your life. It's still a mid-size sedan. It's not overdamped, but I would like to have a little bit of softer ride, and a solution to that problem might be getting the LE or XLE variant with smaller wheels and softer suspension setup. The driver assist systems work very well. They are a little intrusive and they annoy you with all the beeps, but that's typical Toyota stuff. They are very proactive with their driver assist systems. So overall, to kind of summarize the new Camry, I really like it. I'm glad that in the world full of SUVs, Toyota still put effort and money into refreshing the Camry, because they understand some people don't want or need SUVs. Now, I'm gonna sound a little hypocritical because I got myself an SUV. I have a 2020 Volvo XC60, but I kind of regret not getting a sedan as my daily, but that hopefully is going to change soon. Would I consider the Camry? Probably not. I still want something that's a little bit more inspiring, but if I could afford a sports car and a nice daily, yes, I would definitely consider the Camry, just like the Accord. That's what my friend's doing right now. Shout out Arthur. I don't know which car he is going to pick. He asked me how I can compare it to the Accord, and sadly, I haven't driven the new generation Accord just yet. But the new Camry is definitely a car I can recommend. It's reliable. You get a great powertrain warranty for your hybrid system, for your batteries. It starts at around $28,000. Fully loaded XSE, just like ours, will top out at around 45 grand. I don't know the availability. I hope there isn't any markups on Camrys, because that would have been wild. But we'll see how the market reacts to it. This might be the last generation of Toyota's mid-size sedan. I have a feeling that Crown will probably be the sedan that will be offered by Toyota in a few years, but we'll see. We got a new model for 2025, so it'll probably stay with us for a few years. Great fuel economy. I was averaging high 40s, low 50s. Was able to get it even into 60s or 70s sometimes. Honestly, nobody's gonna drive like I did, just smashing the gas pedal, being very, very careful, but it can offer that. Anyways, if you guys have any questions about the new Camry, feel free to drop a comment. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later.